Welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into a pretty brutal yet fascinating paradox. Why is it that having a genius-level intellect rarely guarantees a high net worth? Well, the truth actually comes down to the fundamental way your mind is wired. Let's get right into it. Picture this. You've got a sky-high IQ, you read all the right books, you understand complex business strategies, you know exactly how money works, and yet you remain completely financially stuck, sometimes for years. It's an incredibly frustrating reality for so many brilliant people out there.
But then, on the flip side, someone who is frankly way less intelligent manages to build massive wealth. So how does that happen? Well, because success is rarely controlled by raw intelligence, it's actually controlled by the invisible habits running your mind every single day. Ultimately, your brain can either become your greatest weapon or your absolute biggest prison.
All right, here's the roadmap for today's professional briefing. We're looking at the intelligence trap, the biology of comfort, your financial thermostat, the compound habit matrix, and finally, self-mastery. Starting off with part 1, the intelligence trap, where we'll diagnose analysis paralysis. You see, really smart people often run into this massive roadblock, overthinking. They analyze absolutely everything, every tiny risk, every possibility, every potential failure. And while they're sitting there thinking, someone else is out there acting. Psychologists call this analysis paralysis. Your brain tricks you into believing that thinking feels productive, right? But thinking without acting, that's just mental entertainment. When you compare the two, a person with average intelligence who takes massive, disciplined action will always beat a high IQ genius who's just sitting around waiting for perfect timing. Elon Musk actually hit the nail on the head here. He said, if something is important enough, you do it, even if the odds are not in your favor. Most smart people wait for absolute certainty before making a move. But the wealthy, the top 1%, they learn to execute and thrive right in the middle of uncertainty. Moving on to part 2, the biology of comfort. Basically, why your brain actively avoids wealth. Here's the deal. Your brain was not designed to make you rich. It was biologically designed to keep you safe from predators. Because of that ancient wiring, your mind naturally runs away from embarrassment, rejection, failure, and any kind of discomfort. And this creates some pretty sneaky invisible habits. You end up scrolling instead of building, watching instead of creating, planning endlessly instead of just starting.
And to make matters worse, modern apps are basically hijacking your dopamine system to seek out easy pleasure. Every single notification, every short video, every instant reward is slowly but surely weakening your ability to focus deeply. And you know what the scary part is? Most people never even realize their brain is actively being programmed against their own goals.
Which brings us to part 3, your financial thermostat. This is the core code of your identity.
Psychologists have figured out something absolutely crucial. We don't actually act based on our goals, we act based on our identity. Think of it exactly like a thermostat in your house. If it's set to 70 degrees and you open a window on a freezing winter day, the heater automatically kicks on to pull that temperature back up. Well, if someone subconsciously believes, people like me never become wealthy, their identity acts as that financial thermostat. You could learn all the AI, business strategy, or investing skills in the world, but your invisible habits will secretly sabotage your success and pull you right back down to whatever your perceived self-worth is.
Okay, let's look at part 4, the compound habit matrix, the hidden mechanics of exponential growth. We love to romanticize these sudden, massive moments of success, right? But the truth is, real success is completely invisible at first. It's about reading 10 pages a day, learning one tiny skill a day, saving small amounts, improving your communication just a little bit at a time. These actions seem totally insignificant in the moment, until a few years pass. These tiny daily habits are the actual foundational mechanics of your destiny.
And this is the magic of compound growth. Just like money in an investment account, your habits compound over time. Bad habits create this accumulating, invisible debt that silently drags you down. On the flip side, good habits create massive, invisible wealth. The dangerous part is that most people only notice the results when it's already way too late to easily change course.
Finally, part 5, our executive briefing on self-mastery, putting emotions over logic.
For this final briefing, designed really for high-performing executives, you have to realize this. Most smart people are totally logical, right up until emotions enter the chat. Fear causes hesitation. Ego prevents learning. Comfort absolutely kills discipline. Like Steve Jobs famously said, simple can be harder than complex. Mastering complex data is easy for a smart person. Mastering yourself, that is infinitely harder. The top 1%, the real achievers, they understand a powerful truth. Raw talent without emotional control is basically just wasted potential. Because your invisible habits are silently controlling everything. Your focus, your emotions, your identity, your discipline, and your daily actions. This is exactly why highly disciplined people will consistently outperform purely talented people every single time.
So here is your final executive directive. Stop worrying about looking smart. Your future isn't built by what you know, it's built by what you repeatedly do. Those small, invisible habits might feel harmless today, but they are literally becoming your destiny tomorrow. And once you truly internalize that, you stop trying to sound like the smartest person in the room and you start training your mind like a weapon. So, I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Are your invisible habits building your future, or are they building your prison? The people who win in life aren't always the smartest. They're the ones who learned how to master themselves. If this explainer shifted your perspective today, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into psychology and performance. And always remember, your habits are building your future, even when you can't see it yet.